This is attorney Sean R. Richardson with Undercover Legal and LawOfficeNashville.com. Today's topic is bringing in business. As a legal practitioner, bringing in business is often underrated, and in fact, many lawyers have poor or underdeveloped strategies for marketing, advertising, and bringing in clients. This may not be entirely necessary if working for a large established firm, but in such a case, you're always going to have someone else telling you what to do, handing you work. And at a certain point, even in a large, well-known, reputable firm, you're going to be expected to bring in business. If you haven't been doing it because you're always having it handed to you, this is going to be difficult at some point. So therefore, I would recommend to new and ambitious lawyers to learn how to bring in business relatively early on. What does this involve? This involves a lot of marketing, advertising, and case evaluation. In terms of marketing, this is something you're going to need to invest in. If you want to bring in business, it's not something that's necessarily just going to fall in your lap. Now, to some extent, you may get word-of-mouth referrals, repeat clients, you can build your own book of business if you work within a firm, get things handed to you. But ultimately, especially for exponential growth, you're going to want to do a lot of outreach. This can take a number of different forms, including social media, TV, radio, other paid advertising. You're going to put some money into it, but ultimately, getting those early contacts are essential, even if the actual conversion rate is low. Once the person's made contact, the case evaluation begins. I used to spend too much time doing case evaluation. Even after somebody would call and I knew that they probably didn't have a case that was going to be worth my while for a number of reasons. So effectively, without being rude, cutting off a conversation early on somebody who's not going to be a good potential client is an important strategy. Pricing is essential. Early on, this can be difficult to do. Even if you work for a large firm, it's going to be difficult to know exactly what the person's being billed in a lot of cases, as frankly, a lot of times a senior partner has some interest in protecting this information. You may know what their hourly rate is, and you may be privy to the billing practices of the firm, but there are going to be a lot of things that you're probably not privy to, and frankly, if you're aware that you could make close to what the senior partner makes, if you're the one bringing in the case, then there's going to be a disinclination to continue with that pattern for too long of working for somebody else. So I highly recommend, if you feel that you have the ability to bring in business, you consider starting your own legal practice. Having mentors is essential, and obviously experience is valuable, which is partly why an experienced partner can charge $500 an hour and someone like myself charges $250 an hour. Nevertheless, if enough clients can be brought in, it can be very profitable at any stage in the game, and the resources are certainly out there to learn the law and practice the law as cases are taken. So today's topic has been bringing in business. Just want to emphasize how important this is. Whether you're a solo practitioner, a managing partner of a firm, or ultimately even an associate, it's going to become important. And frankly, firms are really looking for your ability to make money. To some extent, that's going to be to make them money, and they're going to be content sitting back, doing the advertising, and having you do the work. However, even there, eventually they're going to want you to be able to bring the business if you're going to make it to the partner level. This is Sean R. Richardson with Undercover Legal.